Today is February 12th, 2026. I believe it's the 12th. If it's not the 12th, then I don't know what day it is, but I'm pretty sure it's the 12th. To start this off, I know that there's a pimple on my forehead. I'm aware. I'm ignoring it, and it hurts, and it's hard to ignore. So I'm sorry if I keep touching my forehead today. It hurts, okay? Leave me alone. Um, Today, I wanted to talk about. I don't know how to word this. Basically, I am my parents' child, but there's still stuff that I wish that I'd gotten from my parents, right? So, I look like my parents, right? I'm not adopted, so I look like my parents. That raised me. So, my hands look exactly like my dad's. My feet look exactly like my dad's. I'm not showing you those. Those you don't get you don't get my feet. But just take my word on it, all right? My feet identical to my dad's, right? My hair color used to be exactly the same as my dad's. Now he's going gray, so it's not the same color anymore, but it was very, very similar, right? My personality is pretty much like my mom's, right? You can clearly tell that we are related, right? But there's something that they did not give me that I'm a little upset about, right? Today, I went to a symphony concert. It was beautiful. Loved the music. I think I almost went deaf a couple of times because sometimes they were playing very loud, right? And something about my parents is that they are both musical people, right? My dad has worked in sound engineering for music for literal decades, literally since he was like a preteen, all right? And he's in his 50s, all right? Very long time, right? My mom used to play the flute. I've heard her play the flute. It sounds beautiful, right? At no point in time did they ever give me musical talent. I have none. There's not a single bit in me, right? The closest thing that I got to musical talent is I like music and can sing. Not well, but I can, right? I'm physically able to. It's not good singing, but I can, right? That is the closest that they gave me for music. Alright? Yeah, they gave me other stuff, right? I don't know where the sports stuff came from. Alright? The closest my dad did was track, and my mom hated sports. I don't know where this came from, right? I question this every day. But they didn't give me any musical talent. Like, not even a little bit. Right? I got none of it. Right? That's crazy. Right? They didn't even give it to my sister. That actually, I can hold over her. Because she did not get the musical talent, and she didn't really get the sporting talent. She got the volleyball. I don't know where that came from, but she can do volleyball. She can't do many other sports, and I can do more sports. In case you can't tell, one-sided beef with my sister. I detest her. I understand it's her first time on Earth too, but she did things that were rude to me, and I don't like that. So, any chance that I can to be better than my sister, I will take that chance. Alright? Do I have a job? No. But you know what? I'm gonna have a job. She doesn't have a job. Automatically better. But that's not what this video is about, alright? I can make a whole video about why I dislike my sister. That's not what today is about. I'm trying not to think about her, right? But the things that I've been thinking about are basically, as I get older, I'm going to become more like my parents, right? I've already seen it with my dad becoming my grandpa, but that's not a good thing. No. My grandpa, I feel bad for my grandma, right? They're both dead, so we're not speaking in present tense, but she had to put up with that man for however long they were married, and then he died after her. She didn't get a moment of peace from that man, right? And my dad is turning into my grandpa. And that's very annoying for me, but I've also seen my mom is starting to turn into my grandma, right? My grandma this one's alive, is very unsteady on her feet, right? She will fall down. She had to go to the ER like a week or two ago because she fell down on concrete and there was no one there to help her get up. Right? That's a whole thing. I prefer not to talk about extended family because they're all absolutely just insane. So, my mom is kind of becoming my grandma, and that's been making me think, what am I gonna become when I'm older, right? Like, I mean, I've been told things like, oh, you'll think this when you're older, you'll believe that when you're older, but what are my actions going to be when I'm old? Am I gonna become my grandma, essentially? I don't want to become my grandma. Are you crazy? No, right? I'll become my grandma on the other side, the one that's dead. I'll become her. She had flawless hair, amazing outfits. She did all of her, like, she was prim and proper at all points in time, right? I would love to become that. But I don't know what I'm gonna become when I'm old, right? And I know, I'm young. I'm so young. I shouldn't be thinking about this yet. Just enjoy your life now. I'm still thinking about it though, right? I feel like I'm having one-sided beef with someone who doesn't exist here, because I keep making arguments, right? I keep making you say stuff to me that you're probably not even thinking, right? I got that from my mom too, unfortunately, right? We got the talking to ourselves. So you can thank her for this wonderful thing. But I've just been thinking about that a lot today because I've been seeing how my parents have become their parents. So, like, who am I gonna become? Right? Am I gonna become my parents? Am I gonna become essentially my grandparents? If so, which ones? There's 4 of them. I mean, 2 of them are dead, so I don't know if they fully count. I don't think that's how that works. I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know, obviously. Yeah, I'm at 6.5 minutes. I need to go. Okay. I I keep looking that direction. I have cookies. Alright? I'm tired. I wanted sugary sweets tonight. Again. I know I had some yesterday, but I wanted some today. Alright, so I'm getting my cookies, and I'm gonna keep thinking about it. Because I wanna know who I'm gonna be. I don't like those kind of surprises. I don't like not knowing who I'm going to be in the future. So I guess I just have to think about it. Who knows? I don't. You don't. No one really knows. So I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what we'll talk about tomorrow. Hopefully I'll tell you that I finished all my homework. Probably not, but we can always hope. So I'll see you then. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Bye.